Okay, today we're going to look at Padlet. You can sign up at padlet.com and I'll show you some of the Padlets that I've already created. So if we go into mine, I'm going to press F11 to make it full screen. Okay, what is Padlet? Padlet is a way to gather thoughts and ideas. Text, you can add documents and you can add links. You can then share these with other people or you can have them as read-only for yourself. Padlet can be used for all kinds of online collaboration, such as sharing files and resources, for brainstorming, or to plan events. In lessons, students could add posts with what they know, what they want to know, and then after the lesson, you can gather feedback about what they've learned. So as I said, to get started, you can go to padlet.com to create an account, and then you can create a new board. Once you've given your board a title and a description, and you can choose a layout, you can start to add content. So to add text, you can just double click anywhere on the board and start typing. If you select the text that you've put in, you'll be given options where you can add bold and italic, you can add bullet points and numbers. To add an image, you'll see that there's some grey icons at the bottom of your text box, so you click on here and you can drag or drop a file. Choose a file, click open, and then just give it a minute to upload. And then click OK, and you'll see your file appear underneath. You can also use the text box to add links, which you can just type as text, or you can embed the link. In the same ways that you added the picture image, you can click on here, and from the web you can type in the address that you want to share. Click the arrow, and then click OK. And that attaches the website at the bottom, and you can resize the box to make it larger if you want. In a similar way, you can add a YouTube link, and if you do that, you'll be able to play the link from within inside your post. You can also add documents such as Word and Excel documents, and if you click on those, you can open them up. You can download them, and you can choose to open in a new window. In the corner of your post, you'll see a menu, and if you click on the dots, you're given some options, which is to edit posts. You can connect posts, which can let you draw arrows between. So if I click connect here, it creates an arrow between the posts. You can also bring to the front. As you can see, some of my posts here are not shown in quite the right order and overlapping each other, so you can change how that works by clicking on the dots, click and bring to front. Okay, so if we just delete this post to get it out of the way, you just use the top corner. Okay. At the top of the screen, you'll see a modify menu, which is from the wheel icon. If you click on there, you can change the title to your Padlet and the description. You can choose to change the background, and you can also choose to change the icon, which is shown up in the top corner here. Again, you can choose to add your own. You just give it a minute to upload and then click OK. And you always have to click Save from the Modify menu, and you'll see that the icon in the top corner has changed. You can have settings here to display who's written the post, so if you were using with a class, you could decide whether to show student names or whether to hide these. And you can also choose to have comments on the post, so that if people put up ideas or questions, then students or colleagues could add other comments underneath. But a useful one down here at the bottom is a way to change the address of your Padlet. When it's first created, it'll have a selection of letters and numbers in the name. So you can change this here to something more meaningful to help other people find it. So this one's now available at padlet.com/hmcneil2/Padlet intro. And you can also add tags here to make it easier for people to find if you've got a lot of Padlets. Also up at the top here is a sharing menu where you can change who can see your Padlet and what privacy settings you've got. There's an explanation here which tells you the difference between each of the settings. You can allow other people to copy, and you can also change whether you have to approve posts before they appear on your Padlet. On the Share tab at the top here, there's a QR code. People can, with mobile phone, could scan the QR code to access your Padlet, and there's other ways to copy the link to your Padlet to send in an email and share on various ways. And you can also choose to embed your Padlet in a blog or a website. And I've got an example here which embeds the Padlet in Moodle. So you can see when people go into Moodle, they can access all the Padlet here, and that's updated as you make changes. Just go out of full screen there to go back. So it's F11 to go into full screen. There's a few more options here under the dots where you can invite more people, another way to change the share settings and to access the modify menu. You can also change the format from here, so you can have the layout as a grid or as a flexible canvas format like I've used here. So ways to use Padlet: you could use it to share a set of resources to students or to colleagues. You can use it to collaborate on an upcoming project. You could have links to URLs or attach files and photos and allow for comments, and this keeps all your resources in one place so everybody can have access as you plan. You could use it to embed a video for a lesson. So if you set up a wall and added a link like I did earlier, make it larger, and then students could post notes round about their thoughts or answers to a question. You can find more ideas of uses in education on this Padlet here. And there's lots of different ideas there which could be useful. And finally, if you want to look back at this Padlet and add any comments or suggestions, you can visit it at the address that I gave earlier, which is hmcneil2/Padlet intro.